It can't just be about clothes, and it can't just be about money, because that's so unfulfilling. Because the clothes will fade, but the impact we can make is what will last. I graduated from Alabama back in 2018, and my plan was to go to grad school for speech pathology, and unfortunately it did not work out the way that I thought it was going to. And so it just left me feeling super confused on what to do with my life and where to go. I just remember praying to God one night, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what is my life going to look like? And I thought this was your plan, but like it didn't really work out, and I was waitlisted, but so it wasn't like the end of the world, but like I feel like that kind of was like, okay, I don't know actually if this is your plan, because I don't feel like that passion that I feel like I'm supposed to have. Like I had worked 4 years like so hard to like do this degree and do this career, and then like I got to it, and like when I was waitlisted, it was kind of like this like reality check of like, wait, I don't even know if this is really like what you want me to do. Like I don't even know if I ever really asked you. So then I was just like, you know, like this is my time to just do whatever I want to do without feeling bad about like making money or whatever. So like I'm just gonna do missions for a little bit, which is, I've always loved missions. I've always had a heart for people and a heart for missions. So I was like, you know, like let's just go to Thailand. Like let's just flee the country. I don't know why Thailand, but I've always wanted to go there, and it just seemed like the right time, so I did, and I really had no idea what was going to come from it or whatever, but I was like, you know, like I have no commitments back at home, so whatever. And I was on the plane, and it was like a 30-hour flight, and so I had a lot of time to think and pray, and I was like, Lord, like please begin to show me your will and your plan for my life on this trip, because I have no idea what you want me to do. We did a ton of different things when we were over there. I worked in the red light district, which was amazing, and we did a lot with like human trafficking, which is kind of what had attracted me to the trip in the first place. And we taught English in schools, and then we worked in an orphanage last week. I met this little girl named Pegu, and like, you know, those people that you meet and you're just like, you have that instant connection and you're like, yes, like this is it, I'm supposed to like meet you right now. And it was definitely like that. And so we had this instant connection, and we like didn't even speak the same language, which was really cool because we didn't even need to. It was like we just weirdly bonded, and throughout the week we just got to know each other more. I learned more about her story, and her dad had been in prison most of her life, and her mom was in prostitution, which that's a big thing over there. If you don't have an education, then that's kind of the only option you have as a woman, because education is so expensive, and so a lot of women go into prostitution to support their families. And so she really had no relationship with her mom. She just like reminded me of like this little flower. Like she was just so like, I don't know, there wasn't really that much thought that went into it. I was just like, oh, little Poppy. Like it was just cute. And when she was gonna come here, we were gonna call her Poppy, like as her American name. And then she gave me the name Gulab, which in Thai means rose. I knew that there was more purpose in meeting her, like past this trip. And so when I got home, the first thing I told my mom was about Pegu. And my mom's always had a heart for fostering. And so we started the process of, you know, what would it look like if we fostered her and brought her here? And so we did. I mean, we had pictures of her hung up in our house. We were buying her clothes. We were getting her room ready. We bought her plane tickets to go back over there to start the paperwork and all the things. And we were so ready for her.
When we realized that Pegu was not coming to America, we had to completely regroup. And
I can't. You can't?
Okay.
It was the hardest time of my life. I could cry, but I won't. I think like when you think God has this plan, it was the hardest year ever. Like all these no's, you know, but you think they're yeses and then they're not. And I mean, it was heartbreaking. It was like I felt like my child had been like ripped away from me. but she wasn't mine, and I see that now, and I'm thankful for that, but it was really, really difficult. I'm gonna cry.
We did try to regroup, and we tried to figure out, what is our next step? What do we do? How can we continue to love her and to show her that we love her? We really didn't know, but we wanted to at least financially support her, because that's how she was able to stay in this wonderful Christian home in Thailand. So we were sitting around the kitchen table and just kind of being silly and just like,
what if we started a business? And so we started thinking about different business ideas, and we both have always loved fashion and clothes and shopping. I mean, what girl doesn't? But we were like, it'd be fun to do that together.
We just thought, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And we were sitting there, and my husband's in the other room, like, what are they doing now?
What crazy idea did they have now?
We can't do anything until we name it. We have to have a name.
Yeah.
And within minutes.
Yeah.
Within minutes, we came up with the name Poppy and Rose. It just was so perfect, and it just blossomed from there. We came up with the name.
Poppy
the
and
next
Rose.
Poppy
Blossom.
And Rose. Blossom.
Learning how to run a business has been a whole journey. That initial leap of faith, I think it happened so fast that I didn't realize how scary it was. I kind of just did it and didn't really think about it. And then, but continuing to grow the business and learning, that's the hard part, that daily, consistency and putting in that work. And we had no idea what we were doing because we've never opened a business before. Through the past year and a half as we've been growing our business, it felt kind of empty. We were making money and we were doing all these things on social media and we were growing our business and growing our following, but there still was this emptiness. And so what I want to do is kind of bring in purpose behind the purchase. So for 2020, our plan is to totally rebrand everything, from our business model, from just our style, everything. And so we're kind of starting from scratch. The only thing that'll stay the same is our name, pretty much. Because when we started, we were just kind of trying to have a little bit of something for everyone, and it was just way too broad. We didn't really give ourselves time to find our style, and so now we're like, okay, it's too hard. You never know what you're gonna find when you're on our website, and so we're just totally rebranding our style. And then with our business model, our heart behind it was to eventually be able to give back to nonprofits. And so that's what we're doing. And because of our story, we want to give our customer the option to give back to whatever they're passionate about. And so they'll have the option to choose at checkout any nonprofit, depending on where you are, because we ship all over the United States. We're based in Birmingham, but we have customers from California and Texas and all, every state. And so we want to know what they're passionate about and partner with them to help them give back to that mission. If I could tell one thing to Poppy right now, I would say thank you, but also the impact that you've made on me has gone so much farther than that. You have impacted thousands of people. Now we have this amazing thing that we get to honor her and love her with every day. Who knew that this little girl could have such an impact on our life, and we want to use it to be able to impact other people too. It's crazy because we didn't even speak the same language, but we didn't even have to, God's love speaks for itself. God is the one who connected us. And so I'm thankful that He allowed me to meet her, and just for the impact that she had on me at such a young age, and I would just tell her that I love her.
I would probably just let her know what an inspiration she has been to us. She's changed our life for the better. I see Poppy and Rose growing. I see us expanding, but only with the mindset of helping others. I mean, we want our business to grow. We want to reach as many women as we possibly can. We want to see, women feel beautiful and confident in their outward appearance, but we also want them to have a full heart, and we want them to be able to feel really special and fulfilled when they shop with us. I guess we want to change the world, and we know we can't do it ourselves. And we hope through our business that lives can be changed, and I think that would be probably the biggest success for Poppy and Rose, is to see others, have hope and the gratitude that we feel for our customers that are helping that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, but I do feel like Poppy and Rose is just beginning.